Welcome. My name is Ali Legba, and I can't wait to share with you the exciting changes within Reflex. Reflex is now available in HTML5. Teachers and students can access Reflex on their home and school devices without needing Flash or an app. What that means is if you have a newer device, you can go straight to reflexmath.com and play or view the reporting right on your device. With all of that access, you'll want to make sure you are ready to use Reflex to begin your school year. Let's go over our agenda. We're going to start with the big picture administrator features, and then we'll move on to teacher functions. Let's talk about the administrator functions. If you're a teacher, please let your administrator know about these interesting updates. We'll start by setting up the school year. Selecting a school from the black header bar and then clicking on the gear icon in the top right will bring you to your school settings. The first thing you'll need to edit is the current school year start date. This should be the day your students started school this year, and it's important to set so that your reporting is clean and accurate. If you're a district administrator, setting the school year start date at the district level will set it for all the schools that have not yet set their start dates. The second thing you'll need to confirm on this page is whether or not you want teachers to have the ability to enroll students or if that will only be managed by a school administrator. This checkbox is defaulted to not allow the teachers to enroll students. Please note that the ability for teachers to enroll students is set on a school-by-school basis. If you're a teacher, please discuss with your administrator if you previously had the ability to add students and do not currently see that option. Now that our school is set, let's add the administrators and the teachers. Within the school, select User Management to manage the students, teachers, and administrators. Clicking on the Teachers or Admins tab will give you the ability to invite new and delete retired teachers and administrators. Deleting retired accounts is done by selecting the checkbox and then choosing the Delete button. Clicking on the Invite Teachers link will open a pop-up that gives you a registration code. Clicking Copy Email Template will open a draft email in your email program that will include all of the necessary instructions for your teachers to create their own accounts. You can simply copy the code or the link and draft your own email as well. See that there are only 20 uses for this code? You can adjust that with the arrows. Should you wish to generate a new code, it will invalidate the old one and prompt you to enter the number of uses you'd like the new code to have. If this is a second or subsequent year in Reflex, managing students is the next step. Clicking on the Students tab within User Management will allow you to make changes to all of the students at once. If you have a CSV file with all of the current student information, possibly from your student management system, uploading it through the Import Students link will not only update existing users, but also add new students and transfer students between schools. Smaller student edits can be made by selecting the checkbox next to a student's name and then selecting one of the available options below. You can also narrow this list by last name or by grade level. It's important to note that as an administrator, selecting to delete a student will take the student out of the school and remove their data. Teachers do not have this ability. They have a Remove button which will remove the student from their class, but not from the school, and their fluency progress will not be lost. Now let's talk about those teacher functions. If you're an administrator, please let your teachers know about these interesting updates. Now that the students are in the Reflex district roster, let's get them playing. The key to this is a class and an assignment. Teachers are greeted on their first login with a link to add their students. Once you select that button, you'll see that Reflex has created your first class for you, and you simply add your students. If the teachers already have classes, they can add another class by selecting to create a new class at the bottom of their class dropdown. Either method of class creation will now prompt you to select how you'd like to add students to your class, manually, from the school's roster, and from a file. Unless administration has chosen not to allow teachers to enroll their own students, in which case you will only see that center option. Adding students manually requires a name, student ID, grade, and assignment to be entered. Adding students from the school's roster allows teachers to select from the list of students. Adding students from a file requires a name, student ID, grade, and also allows for a password and other demographic information to be entered. The only option that allows teachers to set the student's assignment during student creation is adding them manually. So it's important to make sure teachers confirm that all students have an assignment. On the class management page, teachers can find students without an assignment by noting the inactive student section. They can then set or change the assignment of multiple students at once by using the checkboxes and click on the assignment button. You can also change assignments simply by clicking on the column where it says no assignment, and you'll be able to select from the drop-down menu. Assignments will continue with students who used Reflex last year, but new students will need their assignment set before they'll be able to enjoy Reflex. Now that your students have an assignment, let's make sure they know how to get into Reflex. Printing account invitations is easy and can be done by selecting one or all of the checkboxes next to the student's name. That's right, now you can print just some of your class's login cards at any time. This is especially helpful when a new student joins mid-year or a parent needs another copy of the parent account invitation instructions. Now that students have an assignment and know how to log into Reflex, it's time for them to enjoy Reflex. We have made navigation between the island games more responsive. Students can now swipe on a touchscreen to move, or just simply take their cursor and move it over to the right, and the screen will move automatically. The green light is the goal when students are playing Reflex, so we've made it even easier to find in the group and student reports. The teacher dashboard now has the class's average green light percentage. The group status page now has green dots to indicate green light usage in the usage column. And the student overview in individual reports has the student's individual green light percentage as well as their green light use in the last 7 days. Aren't you just loving those new reports? Well, make sure that you're signed up to receive them by clicking on the user icon and then Manage Profile. Here you can change your name, email, username, and password. Remember to click that button so you'll receive those email reports. As you enter into any of these tasks, please feel free to reference the question mark in the top right-hand corner. There are short 1 to 2 minute videos in the on-demand PD area, along with links to our help center and the ability to contact customer support with any additional questions. Congratulations! You have set your school year, welcomed administrators, teachers, and students, and all students are in classes and ready to start on their Reflex assignment.